Quincy City Clerk Nicole Crispo is joining us to update us on what was the first Board of License Commissioners meeting for the new year. Nikki, how are you?
I'm good, Joe. How are you?
Doing great, thanks. You got off to just a easy start this time, right?
We did. We're easing into 2024 here
Great.
at the licensing board. There was only one item on the agenda before us, hearing regarding the request of the New England Free Jacks for one-day liquor licenses for Veterans Memorial Stadium at 850 Hancock Street for their 2024 home games and special events for the following dates. The dates that I have are not the dates that Mr. Jones, David Jones from the New England Free Jacks had, but we do have a list of the dates. There's more than I have here, so I'm reluctant to give these dates out. They're on our license board minutes page, as well as on the Free Jacks webpage. They're happy to be here this year. Looking forward to a great season. They're getting started early March. So they told us that there were 600 people that have memberships for all games. And it's up this year to 1,100.
Oh,
Yeah, for all games. So they're excited that it's catching on. They're expanding some of their special events as well. So certainly go to the Free Jacks, New England Free Jacks webpage and check out their events and their schedule for the upcoming season 2024. And the only one who was not in attendance was Fire Chief Jackson, but we did go on because we did have a quorum, and that was voted on 4-0. And that did conclude the regular agenda. In other business, we had the election for Board of License Commissioners Chair and Vice Chair. Looking for a motion. Chief Kennedy made a motion for the License Board Chair to be me, Clerk Crispo, and it was seconded by who's that? Food Inspector Sean Bullman, and that was a 4-0 vote as well. Then we went on to Vice Chair, which was motioned by Chief Kennedy for Inspector Director Rob Conlin, and that was also seconded by Sean Bullman from Health Department, and that was voted on 4-0 as well. So it'll be me as the chair for 2024 and Director Rob Conlin for vice chair.
congratulations, Nikki.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Happy to do it. Happy to
I'm
do
sure.
it. And our next hearing will be on January 23rd.
Okay, very good. Speaking of the Free Jacks, they won the national championship last year, and they were the grand marshals of the Christmas parade. They had a great float and a great showing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have not been to a game, but I am putting that on my 2024 bucket list. I hear the games are great. So,
They're avid fans of rugby out there for sure.
right,
And
right.
it's a challenging game, and there's not a lot of like padding either. So
I know. And
yeah,
to be honest, I like kind of shy away from that brutality of the game, but it is exciting.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I mean, geez, if I can watch an NFL game, I can. I can watch it.
Yeah, and they're a fun group of guys, and they do a lot with schools too, I know.
Yeah,
Guys
and
with
they
schools.
work hard. I see them walking back and forth here to the gym
Yep,
every day out
yep.
front here, and they work hard.
Oh yeah, it's a serious sport for sure. It's like you say, it's not as popular here in New England yet, but I think we're on the cutting edge of it for sure.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. It is certainly catching on.
So okay, so that was the last only one agenda, and I know we want to talk about less than 2 months away. Hard to believe. It's the March 5th primary election.
Right, right. So we went right from the inauguration on Monday to now Secretary of State William Galvin put the "Do you wish to vote by mail" cards out um, yesterday, and they should be reaching people's mailboxes by the weekend, if not early next week. And so we're prepared here in the election department to process all those cards to be sure that you get, as soon as we get the ballots, we'll start putting them together um, to get them right out to the residents here in Quincy who wish to vote by mail.
March 5th, right, is the presidential primary.
March 5th. It's
Yeah.
coming right up. So, yeah, we'll be ready. We'll be ready with our polling places. I have a meeting scheduled with the public buildings director, Paul Hines. We're going to go over some of the positives and all of the negatives that we encountered with the new polling locations um, in November, and we want to make sure that we get March right. Um, some of the issues were lighting, um, electrical outlets, and things like that. So that being said, I spoke with the mayor about the issues. He encouraged me to go ahead and have that meeting with Paul Hines, Director Hines, and to really hash out what we can do to make voting easier, better, and one of the things that has come up is the gyms, they don't have a whole lot of electrical outlets.
Mm.
And so we need that to run um, our day operations. So therefore, we may switch to the cafeterias
Okay.
where the kids aren't in school anyway.
Right.
It may just be easier, certainly easy enough to do at North, because you walk in and you either go left to the gym or right to the cafeteria. Certainly, an issue that was brought up at Broad Meadows was that it was a long way to get from the parking area into the gym,
Mhm.
where I can I totally hear the concerns of the residents, and it would be easier. And I spoke with the mayor about this, and he said absolutely, he noticed it as well, to have it in the cafeteria, and that way, it would be easier access. Um, and so we're working through those issues, and we appreciate everybody who did take the time to reach out to us. Um, Another one of the concerns was the lighting at Snug Harbor. When you go down that driveway, it does get dark, and realizing in the fall, and it'll certainly still be dark in March, and we don't want anyone to have any issues. So we'll try to light that up as best we can for the March election. All of our 31 precincts will be open. We're going to work with Southwest Middle. Um, some of the people were parking around back, and that back door was locked.
Oh,
Um, that being said, I think we still do want to have it up front and have people come in the Granite Street entrance. But what had happened there was the people that were holding signs, a lot of people that were holding signs were parked in that side lot where we thought that people would park for election day voting. So, you know, that in itself only happens really a lot of sign holders on a local election year.
Right.
But we'll work on that, trying to make it easier for all the residents. And we hear what everybody had to say, and our poll workers who struggle to, you know, set the polling place up. Some of these polling places are double locations, and there was some confusion on, you know, where do we put our ballot when we're exiting. We're going to have more signs. We're going to try to petition those double locations as well, only trying to make it easier, better, more efficient for the residents. And one of those things, of course, is vote by mail. Second is early voting, and then vote in person on election day, which, you know, all of these options are there for everybody.
Yeah, just working out the kinks after the redistricting, right?
That's right. That's right. We should get it right, hopefully, for this election. Of course, we're always looking to make things better for September and November.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So no school on primary day, you said?
That's right.
Okay. And do you know what the deadline is to register for the primary, Nikki?
Yes, it is 10 days before. So September 24th is that. I'm sorry, February 24th, excuse me, is Saturday. That's the last day to register and the first day of early voting.
Okay.
So we'll be here 8 to 5. And then we're just working out the details on the rest. They'll be on our website. They'll be in the Quincy Sun. We will give them to you so that you can put them on your site, of course. And we'll get that information out just as soon as we can. It's only 1 week of early voting for March and September, 2 weeks in November.
Okay. And only at City Hall again for early voting?
For the as far as I know, for March and September will be at City Hall. Come November, where it's 2 weeks, we'll do North Quincy as well.
Okay.
For the Saturday or Sunday or both.
Or right. Okay.
Yeah.
Still ways to work that one out. Just in time for that. Okay, very good. It's going to be another busy year.
It certainly is. And the IT department is in the process of printing off our census. So we'll be getting that in the mail just as soon as we can. So as soon as you get the census, postage paid envelope back to us, if you can sign that, update it if you need to, and get that back in the mail to us, that would be appreciated.
Okay, excellent. Thanks so much, Nikki. Great to get an update. Congratulations on your chairmanship for the year.
Thank you. Take care.
All right, talk to you later.